And hello guys, how are you? So glad to be back here with you for a cast. It's been such a long time. So much things to say, but still on FAF, still playing Supreme Commander for Giants, and I'm about to try to get back my YouTube channel to get it at least reborn. Yeah, so much things happened, and still a lot of competition around the community, so I found back a good replay. I think there will probably be some difficulties. I'm not even sure my settings are right. It will be, I hope, right, but can't really be sure about that. Also, probably that my English is even worse than it already were, so this could be another problem. So if this video goes well, it will be kind of a miracle. And first problem, I don't find back the replay I'm looking for. As it's not a very old one, but it's not a very new one either. It's from March, so 2 months ago, but I think this replay hasn't been casted yet. I didn't see it, but I've heard some very good things about this replay. Just knowing the map and the players is enough for me to cast it actually. So let's launch it right now. I hope you're ready. For those who don't remember or didn't see my previous videos, I cast in one view of one player, and I try to analyze as much as I can. So maybe I'm a bit rusty about that, but I try to do my best. You see how it is hard for me. Oh god. So the map, we are here on Loki, and this is Voodoo against Zock. So top 5 against top 5 players, 2 of the oldest players still playing nowadays and still at the top. So as I'm playing Seraphim this time, I think I get in Voodoo's view. Could be very interesting, and he's facing Zockyzock, was simply the current #1 ranked player, and this is maybe since 1 year and a half that he's still on the top of the ranking. So let's see right now. I try to scroll slowly. Yeah, I'm not used anymore to all those things. Let's see. That's a very interesting map, Loki. Let's present it. I already did a cast about that, but it was quite a long time ago. Remember, there are some very important 3 groups here, and if it's one of the most 1v1 played maps, is for some reasons. There's many strategies possible on it, and it's a very technical map, as you can easily make huge mistakes. The eco management is definitely not easy here. So you can see first NG directly going to the trees, and second NG doing exactly the same. So ACU is for now building alone the 4 maxes, which is not often that we see that. And you can see third NG going here on the south, so taking maxes. Don't forget this rock, it's very important. And what is key on this map is the expansions. There is no easy expansion to defend, but it's the same problem for your opponent actually. So it will probably be hard to get half of the map. It can be half of the map this way, like vertical way, or it can be splitted this way. Depends a lot of where you send the ACU, where your opponent sends his ACU. It can depend on many things. We even sometimes saw some map splitted like that, like one player had the 2 corners of the map but lost this very important expansion. So it was actually even, but with absolutely not symmetrical split of the map. So very interesting build order, a little lake of energy, but it was probably the time for the NG to reclaim more. And you can see one is already taking the maxis, the hydro, and the second one will probably just assist it right after the ACU. So Voodoo decided to go north. During maybe 2 years I went on the horizontal way, and now I also go north. I also even build a factory here because this expansion is, I think, the most important because you have a ton of rocks to reclaim. First, you have some rocks here. Don't forget it; those are very important. Here, you can see those. It's not really easy to see those when there's not. Yeah, now we can see those. Okay, and we also can see this little red. 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 4 tanks. Interesting. On. Okay, 1 scout. So probably second air for Zockyzock. He's playing UF. So bomber right now. Let's see if Voodoo will be. There's a scout here, ready to see the bomber. We want to see some dodge, or is he focusing the air factory? Yes, he is on. Okay, he cancels the interceptor. That's a very good play, but Voodoo is reacting very well by producing anti-air with only 1 factory, probably enough. One very small mistake is that he sends the scout and front. He needed the scout in the base just to be able to dodge the bomber. Here he splitted the engines, very good reflex, and he's even extremely well dodging the bomber. So let's see. Interceptor is out, 2 engines, 3 engines. He lost 0 engines, just he lost 1/2 of a non-build interceptor, so that's absolutely not a problem. You can see he added a factory here because he saw that it could bring some problems, and now fight over the anti-air. But it's Seraphim anti-air, it's absolutely not good. Let's see, this is a very strong raid. I'm not sure it's the most optimal place to send the raid because it's quite early to get NGs here, or for him it's the SU, it's not good either. Let's see the rest of the build order. Okay, 4 NGs on the construction. He was very focused on defending against the bomber, which was good, so he maybe forgot during few seconds to launch the production of the rest of the base. For the moment, good eco management. What we will have to check is when will he launch the first Tech 2 Max. It's very important because Tech 2 Max on this map is a huge commitment. Probably after the Hydro, which just finished, so no, won't be there. Excellent bomber. Even if the Hydro is built, he managed to prevent this factory from getting built. Instant reaction, Voodoo sending 1 NG to finish it. And okay, interesting, extremely fast Tech 2 land. 5 minutes game, there's very few units on the field, the raid is going on, but the factory is finished. Imagine this raid going straight to this expansion could probably prevent this factory from being built, and this would have been a disaster for Zock. So here, probably won't do much. There's not enough to kill the factory. Maybe he can kill 1 max, but still not cost effective at all. Okay, this tank is more cost effective as it managed to kill 1 engineer, so it's extremely good. Another raid here, which is good as well, as you can be sure that there will be no NG going this way to build a sneaky factory. Okay, so recruiting the tanks on this side, getting the factory for more reclaim. Actually, the order is here. So that's quite strange because most of the time you prefer to have the rocks first. And he's assisting Tech 2 land. Okay, still no Tech 2 max planned. And what bothers me a little is that still no radar planned. It starts to be a time. Okay, bomber on bomber, getting back the map control. I think that Voodoo is getting little by little the air supremacy, but we can't know it since he doesn't scout. And he's sending scouts, that's a very good reflex. What I really want to know, and he also really wants to know, is where is the SU? Okay, so we start to get some informations. Where are the reds coming on those maxes? So probably that the first Ishavo chicken bot will come to rescue those maxes. Probably it will be too late, but at least he will have a presence. Okay, so Voodoo sending the air, maybe a little too late. Factory order, that's not the best, but that's still always a good solution. The solution, yeah, for Lucian. Anyway, I'm quite tired, so my jokes won't be very good today. Anyway, second factory, a slave factory here producing Eshuvas as well. And look, extremely early Tech 2 pigeon. So once, it's nearly never that we see Tech 2 pigeon before the first Tech 2 mix. It's extremely good if well used, which means if you build a Tech 2 pigeon after to waste half of your production of power, then don't build it at all. It will be a waste of energy. Okay, we just saw the ACU, very important, so there's no need to bring a lot of units here. What Voodoo did, sending the ACU here, is very important, but you can do it only if you know where is the enemy ACU. If you see the enemy ACU on the north, then it's super risky because you can lose the game at 8 minutes with your ACU. If you meet the ACU plus let's say 5 tanks, you lose the game. You simply lose the game because you are far from everything, and the time for reinforcements to come is super long. But since he saw the ACU in this place, everything is right for now. So we saw one radar here, yes, one PD for defense, another factory that will probably go tick 2, yes, few flags, and this one for sure will help GSU. But imagine the time for this factory to be built, then to upgrade to tick 2, then to produce units. So actually the reinforcements for Voodoo's ACU will come super late. Now what he has to rush is this expansion. Faster he will get it, better it will be. Also another thing, I would love him to scout, and he's doing it at the moment. We can see in a few seconds we will have our answer. We have to scout the base of Zockyzock. It's extremely important. Okay, probably no overcharge from Zock at this stage of the game. It will come later. So yeah. Oh no, this little Eshavo is what are they doing? Okay, he kills the factory. Killing the mexes, but okay, why not? He will lose the Eshavo anyway, so if it can kill few mexes and give few more seconds, why not? Okay. Yeah. That's not a total waste. Okay, let's see. One Tech 2 mex for Zockyzock, and for us 0. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. But the Tech 2 pigeon is done. And as I just said, for the moment it's absolutely not used. So or you build 4 or 5 air factories, or but you have to use it. Anyway, it's built, it will be used now or later. This tank has, this engine is very important, it has to survive. Oh, that's kind of a big raid, yeah. And a Tech 2 tank is in the mix, so won't be easy at all. Yeah, it for sure it will die. That's a big problem. Let's see now. Oh, excellent raiding. So at least he's losing his corner, but he's killing the enemy corner, so even. For now it's even. That's kind of a dynamic game, but what scares me the most for now is the fact that there's still no Tech 2 mix launched. So longer will last the game, and better it will be for Zockyzock. However, he only has one Tech 2 mix, so it's not total eco grid as a start. Okay, one Tech 2 PD probably won't be enough to kill 2 Eshavos. Although the walls should help. Okay, he chooses to use the range, which is a good choice. Most important is to kill the mexes. Never forget it. And those mexes, very good reflex. Remember the walls, it's not free but nearly free, and it can really annoy the opponent. Okay, one more NG going here. He has the view thanks to the scout. He killed the mexes. Maybe he should have killed the factory, but you never know. You never know, because when you see a Tech 2 pigeon, you know that the Tech 2 air can be on the ground. And when you have your ACU alone like that, actually, Yeah, you have to know the player, Voodoo. He's a very aggressive player, and he's always using his ACU very aggressively. So, to be not totally in the dark, he will still force an air engagement from his opponent, which is a good thing. So he will have the visual of what's happening around. He has the overcharge, he has a ton of overcharge thanks to the Tech 2 Pigeon, so at least it will be useful for that. And the reinforcements are here, but if they are, I think it's a mistake. He should send at least one ish over here, because otherwise he will never manage to get this expansion, while Zock managed to clean his own. Oh, take to PD, but maybe it will be intercepted on time. Overcharge. Okay, it's a disaster if this Tech 2 PD is finished. Okay, overcharge on the Tech 2 NG, very good thing, and now he's withdrawing the AC. It's absolutely impossible to say who's ahead. Maybe Zockyzock a little, because he's going for more upgrades. He's about to get his third Tech 2 max here. You can see it's assisted. He has a lot of build power on air. He's getting a, and he has air. So unlucky air is extremely important. So Voodoo has to react right now. Absolutely has to react. First he has to use his ACU. I was quite annoyed because he was still not making his Tech 2 Pigeon cost effective, but with those overcharges it's becoming absolutely interesting. Now the ACU is not under danger. Maybe the flag should come. I saw he was planning to have a flag. Not sure where it is. Maybe it died. Okay, now you can see he will be able. It was in the floor. You're a bad ACU. Okay, time to go underwater. Yeah, it's not upgraded. It's quite weak, and it's very far from any factory for security. Concerning the radar, on his base it's alright. On front there's no possibility yet to get a radar. He really needs those Tech 2 maxes. This maxes at least Tech 2, maybe later. I don't know how long is the game. Actually, I don't know nothing. I only know the players on the map, but they have so many playstyle available. Okay, we have to focus on this red, which is extremely important. The forces from Zockyzock were out of position, so now he has not enough tanks to kill this force of Ishabo. And if he manages to kill some Tech 2 maxes, at least 2 Tech 2 maxes, it could make the game very more even. Because if you check the income, it's not. Zock has an advantage. Okay, 1 Tech 2 max down. He will give to Zock some mass anyway, because those Ishabo are a lot of mass and they will die. For sure they will die. They will never escape from this assault. But if he manages to kill maybe 1 more Tech 2 max, could be good. Another good thing, by forcing Zock to defend here, he can put the rest of his army on this place and secure first this new expansion with Reclaim. It would be very good to get it. And also he's about to crush the enemy base. There's not so many units for Zockyzock actually. So okay, there are PDs, emergency Tech 1 and Tech 2 PDs, but yeah, it's not a situation you really like. Voodoo is never afraid to launch big attacks like he is doing actually now. Focusing Tech 1 PDs. Okay, focusing the over Tech 1 PDs. I'm not sure Zock can defend this. And he was so well started in the game, but now I'm really scared. And he will lose the Tech 2 Pigeon, killing 1 or 2 Tech 2 pillars on the meantime. Bombers won't kill Shadows, it's not enough. Tech 2 PDs die, Tech 1 PD is still here. That's absolutely critical. Look at the number of PDs that Zock were forced to build. That's a huge problem. We have to check on the meantime. There are a lot of threats. So first, Voodoo is still not available for this expansion. He still has, that's a mistake, he still has no factory on the north, so he can't regain this here easily. He has no transport either, will be a second way to do that. On the meantime, he is raiding here, so excellent multitasking from Voodoo. He should focus this storage, I think it's always creating a strong explosion. Maybe it will die, maybe it will not. It did. So 3 more pigeon dead. Yeah, look, the artists are focusing the Tech 1 PD on what just died, the HQ. So okay, now I think this is game over. To be honest, at this level of 1v1, I think this is game over. Because, yeah, the choices of Voodoo were extremely great. Like, he gave a non-very significant mission to his wounded AC. Do you see what I mean? Like, since 10 minutes he tried to get his corner, and it was becoming really risky to get a non-upgraded ICU on front. So he just decided to retreat the ICU, and in the meantime to get this fucking expansion. Because it's very late to get it. Now Voodoo can simply kill the main base of Zock, so I think they will. It will be GG quite soon, I think. Extremely well played from Voodoo, because he used a small window of attack. Oh wait, what did I miss? I can assure you the HQ was here before. Oh, fuck. Okay, there are a few attacks here, but I don't see so many attacks here. Okay, so maybe he lost his HQ, but I missed this action. I'm quite sorry for that. Okay, ACU is here. Maybe no overcharge, but anyway, I have to do what we can. There's a ton of mass in the base of Zockyzock, but he's like totally stuck right now. He has no more build power, no more energy, and since Voodoo knows that ACU is in the main base, he can easily get back all those expansions. And you can see the factory is not producing anything. Of course, there's no HQ anymore. This is the worst building you can lose after energy, I would say. So, okay. 17 minutes game, time to build the first. Okay, actually I totally missed an attack because he also lost the Tech 2 pigeon, which was here. He lost. Yeah, you can see the energy disaster that we are living right now. But we are, in his view, probably that Zock is in the same disaster actually. That's where you really need to get your engines reclaiming. Those ones are a little bugged. They reclaim a huge area, but they have to reclaim more because you really need some energy. Okay, one Tech 2 PD. Actually, Tech 2 PD, it's not extremely good against Ishovas. I'm not really fan of this style. It's very UAF style to get some very strategic PDs like this one, protecting this place and this. Okay, okay, I understood. It wasn't an attack, it was a TML. Yeah, I didn't see some wrecks, and I didn't see where an army could have crossed all the map like that. So it was an excellent TML attempt. We have to check this Tech 2. Okay, so it's checked. It's checked, it got destroyed. This one is nearly finished. So soon Zockyzock will be able to get a strong economy again. Whereas Voodoo, who had made a very sophisticated build early on by not producing too many Tech 1 pigeons, now he is doing a lot of Tech 1 pigeons because you are on a rush. You are playing a ranked game like I'm. Oh, interesting. So he managed to survive thanks to those few pigeons. So this red is excellent. Those Ishavos, and he's instantly taking what he kills. So excellent. Voodoo is getting an equal advantage. I think he will try to get this TML, which is for sure the thing that killed the Tech 2 pigeon on the HQ. That's how deep Subcom is. Like, what is the most interesting? Sniping some very strategic buildings, or totally crushing the same buildings. I'm talking about HQs on Tech 2 pigeons. Both players lost the same buildings, but one with an army, one with TMS. Both strategies have advantages and weaknesses. when you attack like that, you give a ton of mass to your opponent. However, you force him to defend. Like, once the TML is launched, it's over. Like, it's launched. Of course, you have to build TMDs to not be totally killed by the TML. But you don't give a lot of reclaim in the enemy base. Okay, Tech 2 Pigeon is about to be finished. So, all in all, I think that Voodoo, even by giving a ton of mass in the base of his opponent, got the winning strategy. And of course, an army is stronger than a TML. But the fact that he forced Zock to build tons of Tech 2 on Tech 1 PDs is the first reaction. The equivalent reaction was to force the opponent to make TMDs. But then after, Voodoo got the map control on his hand, and that was the really big difference point. You can't get map control with a TMD. Hopefully you can't. Okay, so extremely good drop on this expansion, which still unoccupied. It's on the control of Voodoo since a lot of time, but okay, that's interesting. The new HQ is here. At least it's protected. And by the way, this place, if you want to drop some units on Loki, this place is extremely interesting. It's super painful for when you got dropped here to defend, because most of the time your units, your army is on the middle of the map, and you can't defend like that. Okay, so no more use of the ACU, it looks like. To take 2 nexus. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Zock has 4 Tech 2 nexus right now, I think. But map control advantage. Interesting, some Hoover tanks, of course, because of the HQ which is here. It's also a good choice. I love Hoover tank. It has a huge DPS. It's very expensive, sure, but it has a huge DPS. However, if you want to use the full range of this tank, you really have to think to get a radar vision, some scouts or visio, because the visio of the unit itself is very low. So yeah, Riptide, it's maybe the unit where you just don't attack when you don't have a radar visio or air visio coverage. Okay, 5 chicken boats coming there. Yeah, that's the best place, because here it's well defended. Maybe you will manage to kill this TML, but well, not such a big deal. Little mistake from Voodoo, he has a lot of mass in storage. He's going for tech free land, what the fuck? Okay. With such a low economy, it's risky, but with such a map control, it's actually not that risky. And I really doubt that, okay, big drop coming here. If Voodoo manages to kill the HQ again, I think Zock will just leave the game. Like, you can't lose 2 times your HQ in one game. Okay, so Reptiles plus so many PDs. Whoa! And he, okay, so actually Zock is receiving a lot of reclaim on this expansion and defending at the meantime. He didn't lose a single unit in this defense. Extremely cost effective for Zockyzock. But I still, okay, so that's huge. I think Zock can't defend the HQ. Actually, he should start right now a new HQ in the main base, because it's about to die. We can see there's also some pigeon from the early game attack, so he was really scared to be without energy at all. Now tech 3 might be done. Okay, so first autumn's getting built. Yeah. A certain player will probably tell me that I'm totally wrong, but when we have that much storage in mass, Voodoo decided to go for assisted tech 3 max rush. Is it good when you still have tech 1 maxes in your base? And those are tech 2 maxes. I think it's not a bad choice, because once it will get built, it will be very easy to defend, and with the storage around, he will really manage to get a superior income of mass. What is pretty surprising is that we didn't see air used by the players, at least not a lot. The air factory is not even producing engines anymore. Okay, so now a little deficit of mass, but not such a big problem, as we are at 80% of the tech-free. So the first thing to do is to finish it before everything else. Okay, more TML. For Tech 1 mexes, I don't know if it's a very good choice. But at least, no, it's totally not cost effective because engines are just here. Okay, you can see, interesting, he used the attack move here, so it killed both factory and mechs for only one team. Let's see. Okay, so you saw I was talking a few minutes earlier that it was really hard to defend. Did you see the time for the army of Zockyzock to come back here and defend this place? When he arrived, there were nothing left to defend, only a dead place. I hope he has a new HQ, probably this one here, because it was Tech 1 before, and I'd like to check his economy, but now Voodoo has a Tech 3 max, so it's a big deal. Okay, full interceptor coverage. You can see that's the Z of Zoro. Well, actually it's totally not a Z, but anyway, you will have a perfect view of the map. Now this one, for more interceptors, so now he's like, you are in the skin of Voodoo. You know you have a better economy than your opponent. You know that he has not a huge army because he spent a ton of income in PDs. PDs everywhere. So it starts to be very well defended on the enemy side. But his first strike is not mobile. So what do? You just echo. You try to out-echo your opponent. I hope he will see those mexes out Tech 1. It's a bit annoying. And then you take as much as you can. So autumns are quite a good choice. He should also go Tech to land. If I think it will be an interesting choice. So he will have Tech to transport to drop those autumns. But for now it looks like he wants to mass the autumns and probably do a huge push here. More Tech to PDs. You can see using Sparky's excellent unit choice from Zockyzock, but when you see the price of a Tech to PD, it's so expensive that we can check. Yeah, 520 math. Imagine all the Tech 2 mexes he could have. So we are facing Zockyzock, we are facing the best player on the ranking actually. So of course he still managed to use the mass. Remember those mass of chicken balls. All the reds that Voodoo did were cost effective but still had a price. So this mass got very well used by Zockyzock to still try to upgrade the economy. We have to check. Okay, so Voodoo upgrading one Tech 2 max here, which is already good. And still, oh god, he's surrounding Tech 1 max is with storage, or no. Facepalm, but still, yeah, that's Voodoo. He always did some quite big mistakes, but on the but he also does extremely clever moves. So you can totally forgive to this player to do this kind of mistake when on the meantime he does this kind of strategy to push on interesting timings. So now we are reaching Tech 3 stage. So what we check first, no Tech 3 max for Zockyzock, okay. But there we start to have a huge problem when you play Seraphim, because you play with this unit. It's beautiful, but it's a pure shit. Piece of shit. Yeah. The problem of Autumn, it's extremely good against Tech 1, but you don't ask a Tech 3 unit to kill some Tech 1 units. You want to fight over Tech 3 units, and against Percivals it's pure disaster. Against PDs it's even worse. You have to know that an Autumn is so close to the floor that it will shoot all the walls before finally shooting the PD. So that's kind of a problem. Interesting choice from Voodoo. He's going for sniper bots. This I like it, because he will be able to totally kill the shield on the Tech 2 PDs and then launching the O2s. On this side, Little Red with the RTs. Yeah, maybe a bit of overreaction from Voodoo, but not such a problem as anyway, those Tech 1 RTs won't be used in a short time. ACU moving from the base. At 28 minutes game, believe me, it's something extremely risky. So you can see a genocide here from pillars, killing the poor farmers, the NGs getting crushed, and even if the cowboys, chicken boats are trying to defend those, not enough. I'm not sure, is it the gun? It seems to be a Tech 2 ACU actually. This is probably radar on, oh, this is gun plus Tech 2. Okay, so very good choice from Zockyzock, because, oh, major attack, few RTs. Okay, so Autumn is terrible against Tech 1 PDs, but if you have few RTs in the mix, it changes everything. So excellent from Blue. And now, what is that? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. This factory probably just went to a slave Tech 3 factory. But if it just went to Tech 3, it means that there's no other Percival here to defend. And without at least 2 or 3 Percival, you won't be able to defend against this Tech 3 force. So now, what is Zock doing? Getting this expansion back, but Voodoo has not as much to lose than Zock here. Okay, problem from Voodoo, the low HP's Autumn were on front. If you really want to reach perfection and improve, you have to put your low HP units on the back, so they still keep the DPS and won't be focused. Okay, that's insane. It wasn't Tech 3. It wasn't Tech 3 at all. He just reclaimed his entire base. He knew he could not defend it, so what? He just reclaimed it. Why not? Why not? But still Tech 3 max. Still no Tech. Yes, no. One. It is Tech 3, okay. It is Tech 3. And it is close to the Tech 3 HQ. Okay. Honestly, that's a contestable move from Zock. He had to do something, of course, because he was way behind in economy, but still. Still Tech 1 Vex is here. And now Tech 2 Land is on the field. A lot of Tech 1 PDs from Voodoo, but I don't know. Maybe he's afraid of a Percy drop or an ACU drop, I don't know. Okay, and now ton of reclaim for Voodoo, who's reaching 2000 energy income. Very interesting. This TML still there. Oh, that's a very weird game, because that didn't involve some mass in the places where he knew he would not surely be able to defend. But in the end, there are really few places he's not sure he can defend. So in the end, he's losing map control. Yeah. That's the final result, and that's not a very good result. Maybe he has air, and if he has air, well, actually, totally not. Okay, Voodoo going for a fight bomber snipe. Why not? That's a very good choice. The enemy ACU is extremely exposed. I don't see anti-airs, and yeah, the ACU can't go underwater because he has to build the mexes. It's or he builds those mexes here, or the game is totally lost. Okay, so Voodoo is easily winning the air fight. He had a lot more interceptors and still has like 58. Okay, a little mass gift here. He had to try that, but it was a little, it was an underestimating Zock to think that this threat could do something. Let's see the fight bombers. There are 11, so it starts to be very dangerous. Okay, Percy's. Guess what? It's an amphibious unit. It's an extremely good unit. So the matchup on Tech 3 stage gives an advantage to UF only because of the Percival, and when you reach Tech 3 air, also because of the Tech 3 gunship. And okay, one shield, one anti-air on the way. But still, when you have like 11 fight bombers, 12 now, is he going for the enemy base? Looks like he is. It looks like he is, and yeah, he really needs someone here right now. I know he wants to finish this Percival before going for the flags, but oh my god, oh no. Oh god, the HQ lost half of its HPs in one pass. There's not a single anti-air in the base. To be honest, I think at a certain stage of the game, you build TMDs because you're afraid of TMS. But just after, you should be afraid of air. So when you reach Tech 3, just build one Tech 3 NGs and build a SAM. So he will lose for the third time of the game his HQ. That's insane. That's totally insane. I never saw so many HQ snipes in one single game. So okay, Tech 2 airs are built, but okay, one shield to protect the maxes. The Tech 2 pigeons, most of those are protected. My god, what is he killing? Maybe not the best targets. Excellent shield reaction. During this time, the SU is there. That's a mistake from Zock. Those pillars should be raiding at the moment. So how many are still alive? 11. Yeah. Well, at least he lost 3 or 5. It's totally okay for Voodoo, because he did a ton of damage, like losing a Tech 3 HQ, such an expensive unit. Now he's about to lose his Tech 2 radar, so really dead, on this expansion. So no more reinforcements for the ACU. This expansion can only die. And this attempt to get the corner with this excellent factory, by the way, failed. I know I already did that like 15 minutes ago, but this is game for me. But I already did that, and actually the game got relaunched and relaunched thanks to the TML. Yeah. But at this point I really don't see how Zock can win the game. I know UFAC is strong, but to stop a Tech 3 army with sniper boat under Tech 3 shields, it's gonna be very hard. You see, the power of air is that you can get some intervention, some strikes. Oh, you saw that? So cute. I think the bomb just dropped on the scout instead of dropping on the Tech 2 max. Okay, Rust started. That's a good choice at this stage of the game. When you have 5 Tech 2 pigeons, few Tech 1 pigeons, well, at least 3000 income, it's good to get the rest. Don't rush it, just launch it without energy stalling. Okay, maxes are planned. And he has a new Tech 3 HQ, but still, so much time lost. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard. Where is the ACU? I think it's here, so it's close to water, which is a good idea. It's an okay Percy force actually, but what Percy scares the most is those artists. Those artists are absolutely excellent against Percivals. And now, yeah, they are not air protected, so actually he just have to send the 5 bombers and he will easily kill the Percy for absolutely free. Just run with your army, kill with the air. I'd like to know what is it. Probably take one anti-air. Okay, So no more vision. Tech 2 radar died. Here, lost Tech 3 factory. Not a lot of fun here. Maybe those planes can do something, because the major force is here. No, yeah, Voodoo reacts extremely fast to protect his 5 bombers with a good angle of attack and crushing the air of his opponent. Plus, the 5 bombers can totally help in an air fight. So maybe he lost 2 or 3 5 bombers, but not really more. Yeah. Little mistake, when you don't pay attention, you give the reclaim order and after you build the mexes. So he will build the mexes once he will have reclaimed all the wood, which will probably never happen. Let's see, what are the torpedoes of an autumn? Oh, too bad, we will never know, but I think it's like the Wagner, something like that. Okay, let's see, where is the ACU? Maybe underwater. Oh, it's here. Yeah. No choice, you have to go out of water. And guess what? The 5 bombers are coming. Okay. He probably has a lot of energy production, so he probably can overcharge a lot. That's funny, an invisible unit. Yeah, 6 Percies. Those Percies are about to die. Like right now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid that this is the end of this game, but yeah, fight for survive, fight until death. Yeah, still raiding with Percival, even if it's a slow unit, but during this time, the RAS, at least first step of the RAS is done, so Tech 3 air can be reached. But for now, he's focusing about top bombers, which is a pretty bad choice because here it totally cannot work, especially the Seraphim ones. Look, both the water are not deep enough to get it working. Too bad, but I think he's using the manual attack. So maybe the bombs will deal some damages still on the ACU. Let's check the rest of the map. Yeah. Okay. The rescue force is coming, my friends. I'm afraid it won't do much. Oh, it's killing a bunch of scouts. Oh, okay. Yeah. Leave the water. You have the right to die. Yeah. Oh my god. Did you see some HPs decreasing extremely fast? Because that's what you're about to see in 3, 2, 1. And oh. Okay. Yeah. Zock dies. Voodoo wins. What a game. Weird game. Not absolutely a good example. Like, it's not a very how to say, I'm searching for a cool word. Like, you know, when you are at school, you do scholar studies. Like, it's absolutely not a scholar game. Like, no one played normal. Like, you had Zockyzock experimenting some very turtle style. Like, who builds some walls of Tech 1 PDs, except beginners who discover the game and make a wall of Tech 1 PDs. Well, Zock tried that. It nearly worked, to be honest. If he managed to defend the south, at least this corner, he could slowly he had to rush this crusade to get back the north, because he knew he totally lost the south. But if he could only defend that, he would have a lot more time to take this expansion, then build a real strong defense, and then take this one later. in this time, on the meantime, losing his Tech 3 HQ, it was kind of a big problem. You can see here his air production was huge, actually maybe even bigger than Voodoo's one, but in the end the problem was the same. Ras was done. If Voodoo was not killing Zock on this move, he just had to go take 3 air and finish the game with sad bombers. So yeah, extremely well played both. This game is from March, so it has like 2 months. I really hope to see those 2 players playing more ranked. They are on a quite quiet period, but I'm sure they will come back and kick the ass of everyone again. So see you for another video. It was a pleasure to cast again for you, my dear friends, my dear commanders, and I try to be back in another cast. See you, good evening, good morning, and good coffee. Bye.